JP.
Here we go! It's official, baby! It's official, baby! Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another live stream. I'm back looking like a Mexican stripper who's just had a lip job because I've got chapped lip chat. I've been here using, what's this lip balm called? Friggin' Paw. Chat. I went to Chester the other day, yeah. And I just went away for a couple of days at Chester. And it was boss, but I swear that hot tub had something weird going on in it, because it came out and my lips were like that. Look at them. Anyway, let's not shine a light on these Mexican bad boys, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome back. Do smash a like on the stream. We're going to be here for a good little bit, hopefully. That should be decent. This should be a fun stream. We're going to be talking about Leroy Sané. And whether or not, it's more just a hypothetical thing because, I think day by day, the conversations about Mohamed Salah grow stronger and stronger regarding his position at the football club and how he'll do and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that. Do let me know how the Wi-Fi is looking as well, because my internet's been doing a madness today, to be fair. So I'm hoping that it's holding up well. But I do hope all of you guys are good. I hope you're all safe. I hope that you're all having a nice day. Of course, this is the show where we talk about football and debates. And, the thing with Sané, we're not going to... There's also a link to a young Bundesliga star from Schalke, which I'll talk about as well. But yeah, there's a few things today that I want to delve into. First and foremost, I always like to wish that you're well. Second of all, by the way, chat, just because the Wi-Fi signal keeps popping up, is this bearable? Is the internet bearable? Give me a yes or a no. And before we get into the topics, I'll say hello to you guys. But yes, it's mainly Bundesliga player talk today and a few other topics. We'll do a little Q&A as well. We'll answer a few of your questions. I know, I'm telling you, Esther. It's not a good time, but I hope you're well, Esther. James, how are you, lad? I'm just watching the hashtag United game because there is... Who hashtag United playing? Are they playing in the FA Cup? Is that the game that's on today? God, please let it be Kubo, a Salah replacement. So here's the score. I don't even know about Kubo, Chat, is Kubo actually good like that? Is Kubo someone who you think that could be a Salah replacement? Because, yeah, let's talk about that, because Sané is the main topic. And I'll get the share. I'll get the screen shared, should I say, regarding, just an interesting little bit of news. And then I'll give my opinion on it, because we have been linked with Sané a little bit. That being said, I do also want to say that that stream is all good, brilliant. Yeah, I do want to say that, listen, I'm not going to come out on the front line and say Sané would be the perfect replacement for Mo Salah by any means, but with the rumours growing day by day, that because listen, next season Salah goes into a year of his deal where there's 1 year remaining, and if Saudi was to come in again, which can't rule out that possibility, you're now going to need to look for the replacement. And it seems the name that's being thrown about more than any name at the moment would be Leroy Sané. I don't think we'll even end up getting Leroy Sané. But the question I'm proposing is that if Leroy Sané isn't good enough to replace Mo Salah, then who is good enough to replace Mo Salah? Because, bro, Leroy Sané is one of the top wingers in Europe, Premier League proven. And if we don't have faith that this dude could replace Mo Salah, then who can? In my opinion, I don't think you get any winger out there who replaces the goals like for like than what Mohamed Salah gets. But Leroy Sané is at least someone who can bring quality, creativity, and output as well, to a point where if we could find a system that suits the team, we could hopefully increase the overall goals of the side. Does that make sense? Kubo, so you guys are really saying Kubo and he's the dude. He could be someone we end up getting. He'd be great because he's Japanese, no? Is he Japanese, chat? So you bring a Japanese market, but then you've got to question, is the quality there, the output, etc. Because, of course, with Diaz on the other side of the wing, he's not really an output winger. So whoever replaces Mo Salah, when it does happen, needs to be an output merchant. You're mentioning Rodrigo from Madrid. Well, here's the thing about Rodrigo. He seems to be very content with just being a rotational player. So for me, even though that would not be a bad option at all, because I do think if you give Rodrigo the right platform and the right team, you get yourself like an even better player than what you've been seeing. But you never know. Like, he might find a way into the first team regularly. But if he does fall out of favour at Real Madrid, it could be a player we go in for. And maybe Sané is just the one that we're being linked to right now. Now, listen, you know me. I don't think there's many legs to stand on regarding this news. I don't think that it's going to happen to a point where, like, next summer we get Sané. But the question I'm raising is, would Sané be good enough to replace Mo Salah? That's the real question. James, I'm in an editor cut. Please vote for me. My guys, go vote for You'll Never Walk Alone 66. Make sure that you go vote for him if you see that thing that he's doing. Big up to you, sir. I think a system change where our midfield has to produce more output is the way forward. I understand. So instead of getting a like-for-like output merchant like Mo Salah, because Salah is an output merchant, he's not just an output merchant. He's brilliant sometimes as well, but he's someone who's guaranteed goals and assists. Is Leroy Sané the same guarantees goal and assists? Maybe not to the amplified level, but certainly to a fine level. Let's read this anyway. So this is a retweet from LFC Transfer Room. So they did. This is a comment back in 2018 from Leroy Sané. I think this was prior to his move of Man City. This is while he was at Man City, but he was questioned on his links to Liverpool prior to joining Man City, because we was linked with him then as well. And it says, yes, I was also talking with Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp was calling me too, talking to me. That was before I joined Manchester City. So that shows that, listen, he's a Klopp player, and it makes you think, like, was he someone who we were linked with prior to Mo Salah? Because I understand that, or maybe it was after Mo Salah. Maybe at that time we were looking to get an additional winger for Mane or Salah as well. But it depends on the time length of when he's talking about, because that interview's in 2018. It doesn't mean that's when we was trying to buy him, because he was at City in 2018. So, yeah, that's interesting there. And then this is the tweet from today. It's the mid of football, so don't even take too much from it. But Liverpool have made Bayern Munich forward Leroy Sané their number one target to replace Mo Salah. Liverpool are ready to smash the club record transfer fee of 80 million. Are ready to smash their club transfer record of 80 million. Smash. Smash the transfer record. Swear friggin' Van Dijk was like 75 million. Smash it by 5 million. For Darwin Núñez in order to land the German winger. Already started 80 million for Darwin Núñez. Oh, no, it was 80 million for Darwin Núñez. For Darwin Núñez, I thought it was going to say 80 million for Leroy Sané. That's a weird way to put it. And they never even put a price on how much Leroy Sané was cost, because I'm not going to lie, chat. If it's going to be above 80 million, and it is the mirror, so take it with a pinch of salt, I'm not even entertaining that all that much. I'm really, really not. I don't think that's that intriguing. I'm not even going to lie. How old is Sané? So, but yeah, he's 27 according to Esther, and he's 28 according to HR. Guys, you guys get that one up. So first and foremost, not many legs to stand on regarding the Leroy Sané news. I don't really think it's one to even be entertained. But would you take him, no chat? Would you take him? Because if he can't replace Mo Salah, then who can? But shout out to the gentleman before, actually, who raised a good point. And he said that, listen, maybe we need a system change to where we try and increase the output of goals in the midfield opposed to what we've got just now. Based on the fact that we rely on wingers, we rely on the forwards to get the goals. It's one of those things. And it seems to be a mixed bag on who would take him. In fact, I'd be intrigued to even see what people in the comment sections are saying regarding this. Darwin is 80 million. 64 million plus 21 million in potential add-ons, according to the Athletic. No fair dues. Reliable, average. So according to LFC Transfer Room, it's an average transfer rumour. Only player I want to see us buying from Bayern is Musiala. Ooh, chat. Yeah, this will actually be a good extension on what the gentleman was talking about before. Regarding the tweet where it talks about the only player I'm taking from Bayern is Musiala. Of course, we're not going to get Musiala. But chat, if Salah did go, say if we sold Salah for 150 million to Saudi in the summer, because he's got a year left. I don't want him to go, by the way. This is just hypothetical. And would Musiala be a guy you'd take in replacement? Because he's not a right winger. So you'd have to go and get another right winger who's pretty cheap, 30, 40 million, hopefully kind of like the way Salah was, finding the gem before he becomes a top class player. You know what I'm saying? That for me would be an intriguing little debacle. I would take, chat, let me propose it this way. If Salah goes, but it means we get Musiala, would you do it? Would you do it? And while you're answering that, I need to shoot in and out because it's saying my internet's a little bit buggy. So let me just jump in and out dead quick while you answer that. I'll be back in 5. Jeez, I'm back. It should hopefully fix out itself because the internet keeps saying it buffers and stuff. It was doing it on Rance's stream before, which was really frustrating. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking Musiala. I'm taking Musiala, chat. I think Musiala is a generational talent. Even when Gravenberch did an interview with Sky Sports the other day, he was talking about it as well. So yeah, that'd be good. Would love Musiala though, unreal, but no chance of getting him. He will be at Bayern for years unless Real Madrid comes in. That's right. That's right. It doesn't seem like a profile of player that we'd get purely because of the price tag, the attraction. We definitely wouldn't be the only club going in for Musiala. But yes, would I think that would be a fine replacement for Mo Salah in terms of like you've got one of the top prospects in Europe? It's certainly not that bad. It's definitely not that bad. Why are your lips so red? Leave me alone. The red because the chaps at the moment, so I've had to like wear so much lip balm and whatnot. It's unreal. And they just keep getting dry and yeah. So like I said, Mexican stripper settings today. We've got them done recently. Chat, come on, back the ting. Back the lip job, fam. Maybe someone who can bring in 25 goal GA. But our two centre midfielders produce 30 GA collectively, and then the right wing produces 15 GA. That's the only way you replace Mo Salah's numbers. Listen, I have faith that if we can finally get a consistent tune, not just a tune out of Núñez, but a consistent tune out of Núñez, he's the guy who's going to get you 30 goals or something along those lines. That being said, even if he does, you still want to see a midfielder get 20 goals. You still want to see a midfielder get like double-digit goals or double-digit goal contributions at the minimum. Get the Vaseline, bruv. I've got something better. It's like this. Wait there. It's got like all natural ingredients and it's called Paw. It could be seedy. It could be the thing making my lips worse. But yeah, chat, just if you see anyone with these type of lips, stay away from them because it means that they probably got something wrong. I'm telling you now, my lips feel fucked. It's whenever it goes into winter, they just plop up, and I've got quite big lips anyway. You know what I mean? Oh, looks like I've had a lip job, but yeah, fam. Unless you wanted me to just be clattered and chapped lips for the whole stream, I had to put that on, which has made them probably look a bit more red. I'd stop touching them as well. Annoying, fam. Annoying. Heard a lot of positives about Florian Wirtz. He's a midfielder like Musiala. Yeah, he's been one of the top prospects in Germany in recent time, to be fair. He'd be an intriguing little signing if it was someone that we could get. And here's the thing about Florian Wirtz as well, is that isn't he only like 19, chat? And he's a nice, well-rounded player, got a good shot on him, good dribbler, but he's not Musiala. Musiala is like the type of player who wins you a game individually. That's what I love about Musiala. He's got that sort of little bit of difference about him. So no, I'm a fan of Musiala. I'm a fan of Wirtz. But yeah, if you're going to replace Mo Salah, there's nobody really on the market right now that we'd be able to get who would replace Mo Salah's numbers at the right wing position. But let's also bring up Salah was not Salah before he joined Liverpool, chat. Salah was not Salah. Okay, yes, he was Salah. That sounds a bit like long, but I'm saying he weren't getting 30 goals at Roma. He weren't getting 25 goals at Roma. He was just getting like 15, 18, 23 goals at most. Chat, does anyone know what Salah's top scoring season was at Roma? And there was so much doubt when Salah came in as well. So much doubt in a sense of how, you know, when you think about Mo Salah and when you think about like what he brings to the team and whatnot, you're thinking about output. What other winger brings that output, or what other winger can Klopp bring that output of? You know what I'm saying? If we do well this year, big up to Callum for this super chat as well, by the way, and shout out to anyone who financially supports the stream. If we do well this year, he may stay, but then go for free when his contract runs out. So can't win when he goes anytime, really. Yeah, it's like if you let him go a year early, you've made yourself worse for a year. But then if you let him go for free, you've just let him go for free when you could have got 150 million. And as we can all kind of tell, you can see that would not be good business at all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I agree with you, Callum. I think this is the Salah situation's interesting because he loves Liverpool. You can tell he loves Liverpool. There's not even a question of how much he loves Liverpool. But with all the love that he has for Liverpool, there's also the element of Saudi. You know, it seems to be a more impressive project year by year. At least that's the trajectory that it seems to be going on. You know, they're on big platforms like DAZN, for instance. They've got big names. They've got like a good following there as well. Like you see the fans, they turn out for the fixtures. And, you know, even like Ettifaq, Steven Gerrard building Little England's FC. And, you know, they've got a few narratives there. So Salah could go there and definitely be the best player, definitely get paid the highest amount of money. And with that money, you know, you've seen what he's been donating his money to in terms of causes in recent time. Salah's always getting involved in charities and stuff like that. If he's, this is why I was happy when Mane was going to get more money, because it's going to be contributed to communities. That it's going to help people thrive more, with the things that he's going to donate them to. It's a beautiful thing. And Salah might actually think that might be more worth me going. And if he's achieved everything in the game in Europe, which Salah has, and let's say he stays for 2 more years and he wins more trophies, if we're not going to offer him as much money, and let's say he's on the decline slightly, you never know. But if Salah's getting humongous numbers at the age of 33, because how old will Salah be when his contract or this current contract expires? So regarding no extensions, how old would Salah be by the time he leaves? Would it be 33, 34? Because then what you're questioning is, okay, now we've got to compete with Saudi to give him an extension. And then that extension has got to be maybe not more than Saudi, but it's got to be lucrative enough and somewhat comparable to their offer for Salah to be tempted to stay. And how many chances does Salah get to get that money? So, and you can't blame Salah if he went there. It'd be a fun little project for him, and he gets paid a lot. But with Salah, potentially going there, and we can't match the offer, what does that then mean? You get what I'm saying? Big up to Matty. He says no point in getting emotional over Salah leaving. He wants to go and earn generational money, and we get a big chunk of change. The rebuild a squad. That's the reality. And again, Matty, it's got to happen one day. And let's say you do give him that big lucrative offer. He's 34. So how long will he be worth that lucrative offer that we give him, that extension? Because you don't want to give a 34-year-old a 350k or a 400k a week contract, and then they're not as good as what they once was. Like, I never agreed with the sentiment. Like, if we all agreed Mane was finished, I didn't at the time, but I think, hindsight shown he weren't really going to, improve us for a long amount of time. And he was on the decline for a while towards his end. But if we all agreed that was the case, it was a good thing we let go of Mane, because now we can rebuild the project. We can get somebody who can hopefully go and surpass him. It might not be Diaz, but you've got to start that process all in due course, because you don't want him to go out and fall off while he's in your team. By the way, can we smash those likes, chat? That'd be amazing. Thank you. He says we've loved accommodating Salah too, but era's come to an end, and this one has to end soon before he starts thinking out the place or leaving for free. So you're saying that you wouldn't let him go for free, irregardless? Like, are you saying that even if he smashes it this season, let's say he gets 30 goal contributions, which is likely, are you saying that you just let him go no matter what? Because I'll be honest, chat, it does get to a point where you've got to sympathise with the business owners, and FSG are business owners. And I know it's crazy to say the sentence, sympathise with FSG. Not in that way. But if you get £150 million offer, that's going to be huge for your business asset. And FSG, listen, it's not smart for business people to put their own money into a business. You get what I'm saying? But what is smart is to build as much money within that business as possible, so you can reinvest it into the business. And I think that's what Salah would be for. If Salah leaves, these are the positions that will cover centre-back, DM, right wing, right back. Build the all-round team. That's what I was trying to say in the summer. It's like it gives us and presents us an opportunity to get a top class each one of these. Like, with all the money that we've already got, plus the additional Salah funds if he was to leave, that would be wild. That would be insane. The thing is though, if we do not want to give Salah a contract extension, there is no way we are paying a lot higher wages. That's right. So chat then, are you letting his contract expire? Yeah, for option A. So put A or B. Option A is let his contract expire, but he stays for 2 more years. Or option B, sell him for 100 million or 100 to 150 million in the summer. Because I couldn't see a 200 million bid being put on the table again, but 150, I think that's entirely possible. Because Saudi would want to get him in the league as soon as possible. So A or B. A, let his contract expire. B, sell him for 150. Would Mbappé be open to joining Liverpool even with interest from Real Madrid? No, I don't think so. I don't think we've got a project nor financial funds, finances, to lure Mbappé into the club. I just don't see it. That's my opinion. I love Mbappé, but at the same time, I've made the claim before, I wouldn't even take Mbappé. Hear me out. When you get someone like Mbappé, you've seen the politics a player like that causes. What I love about Salah is he brings the superstardom, he brings the shirt sales, but he brings the work ethic, and he really loves the team. That's what I love about Mo Salah. That's why behind Steven Gerrard, he's going to be my numero uno legend in the Premier League era. Facts. Like, that's what Salah is. Whether you and it's them type of conversations are usually subjective, but that's an objective opinion in my eyes. You can put Salah 1, but it's out of him and Gerrard. You get what I'm saying? Most people are saying A. So what was that? Let his contract run down. Okay. Yeah, chat. Let me propose it this way then. Yes or no? If Salah was to have a poor end to this season, let's say he had a bad final 12 weeks of the season. In the big games, final games, didn't do well. Didn't really score, didn't really contribute, looked a little bit slower. Are you now going to take 150 million for Salah? Because it's only a bad few weeks, so he could come back and find his prime. It's happened before. But would you sell him? Do you think that would change or sway people's minds? See contract extension. I hear what you're saying. Nah, yeah. See, there's also that, but I don't know if we'll even give him a contract extension. No one would ever have a bad word for Salah if he left end of the season for 150 million. I agree. You can completely understand it from his point of view as well. It's more his type of culture. You know, we know it's a very Islamic culture, so that would be something that I'm sure would be very enticing for him. You know, he's still going to get a fuck ton of notoriety. He's still going to come up against big names. And again, he's achieved everything in Europe that there is to be achieved. So why not go there and friggin' win everything that you can there, like league titles and, you know, Asian Champions League, like what Enzo Wataru's got. Isn't it mad the way that Fabinho and like Ronaldo and all these people are competing for the trophy? Enzo's already won. It's incredible. Lads, as much as we all adore Mo Salah, at some point he's got to go, and getting 100+ million offer for the 30+ year old is something that financially and logically you should accept. I agree, brother. I agree. I've always got to be, to be honest, I don't really care. I don't mind it's upsetting Salah merchants. I spent the entire weekend upsetting KSI super fanboys. I don't mind upsetting Salah super fanboys because regardless what they think about me, I love Mo Salah more than them. I love Mo Salah more than them. I do. I don't care. I will put it on the line right now, and I'll do a test. Whatever test meets the criteria of love, I'll do it. But Mo Salah is someone that, listen, he'll be 33, 34 by the end of that contract. Or by the end of this current contract. If you get 150 million for that and you think about all the other places we need to improve and you understand we don't have Qatari owners, so that money will be very beneficial and also be very beneficial within the means of things like financial fair play and, you know, not going too overboard. I've always been skeptical if it's even possible for us to get in trouble with that, but it's certainly going to help being able to amplify the amount of players we could come in. And if we trust the recruitment staff like the way we have done in recent time, hopefully we're going to replace them well with a majority, an overall amount of players, and hopefully make a system that increases the overall amount of goals. Would sell him if there was someone to replace him in a similar standard, but there is absolutely nobody. But then, Sam, what I'd say to you, my G, is that when I see you've change your name now, Sam, big up to you. I was going to say as well, Sam, but what was Mo Salah prior to joining Liverpool? He was a 15 to 18 goal a season winger. Who's to say Jurgen Klopp couldn't get someone else and try and find him to be that? Or get someone like a Luis Diaz or a Gakpo, someone who's going to be a bit more creative. They can still get output, but the main outlet's going to be Nunes, for instance, because you've got to look at Nunes as the guy who's going to eventually get 30 goals. Listen, Nunes super fans, I'm slowly trying to get on board with it. Nunes kind of pulls me in and then he pushes me back out because he'll score 2 amazing goals against Newcastle. He'll contribute massively against teams like Aston Villa, for instance, but then he drops a sitter against friggin' Onions, and that's a problem for me. And they're like, wait there, you can't be doing that. You're supposed to be better at finishing now. So yeah, Nunes would have to end up being that main outlet replacement. And then, like a gentleman mentioned before, you'd hopefully increase the overall output in the midfield with the likes of Szoboszlai, with the likes of Gravenberch. Because Gravenberch looks like if you give him license, he'll score goals, you know, chat. I was speaking about it with Ranceroni before on the stream. Do you know what's mad? Rance thought that we got Gravenberch on loan. Do you know? Because Man United got Amrabat on loan. He thought we got Gravenberch on loan, which I thought was hilarious. And I'm so happy we never, because Gravenberch has got to be like one of those long-term signings. Imagine if we'd done an Arthur with Gravenberch. It would have been beneficial for the short term, but still. Just spilled juice all over me. I'm not even going to lie to you. But nah, like our midfield now is so much more better. I'd be surprised if we didn't see more goals coming out of the midfield. James, do you think KSI was robbed? No, he weren't. KSI lost 4 rounds of that fight. Let's be transparent. I'll talk more on the KSI fight towards the end of the stream, but yeah, anyone who claims that he won that fight is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Tommy didn't look good in it, but he never won the fight. Sané will be 28 and a half in the summer. I love the way he's put 28.5. It's like, guys, he's not just going to be 28. He's going to be 28.5. And done his cruciate in the past. That's also a thing with Sané, isn't it? His injuries. He's a nearly man, oiled open FFP cheating reject. Whoa. That's a bit too far. Sané's still world class, but not Salah. Name me 2 Salah replacements which would be realistic, because at this moment there isn't one. Okay, then. What was Salah before joining Liverpool? Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe there is nobody getting the numbers that Salah could get besides Mbappé or besides Rodri. Even Rodrigo isn't getting those numbers. But yet you're saying, like, yeah, based on the names, Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappe, these are probably the only guys based on name value who could replace Mo Salah. Right? At least that's what I'm assuming you're saying. Here's the thing, buddy. We don't need to get that. We can get someone who's currently scoring 15 or 18 goals and hopefully amplify them when they come in our team. Let's even say they're just getting double-digit goal contributions, and then we put them in our team, play a slightly different role, and they increase the goals. Guys, everyone's focusing so much on let's get the player who's right here, right now. No, let's get the player who's going to be that. Salah was not the player he is now when he joined. We never signed Salah as a world-class player. We signed him as a good player. He turned into a world-class player at Liverpool. Now we've got to sit there and say, I have faith in Jurgen Klopp to go out there and get someone with the attributes who's going to adhere to our system and replace those goal contributions, even if he doesn't get the same, even if he just gets similar. Because what's Salah been averaging in terms of goal contributions in recent years? Is it like 30-something goal contributions over the last 2 seasons separately? Like, not together, but like in each of the last 2 seasons, it's around 30, 40 goal contributions. You can get another winger who gets 30 goal contributions or 25 goal contributions. And then you can get Nunes, who's hopefully going to score 20 to 30 goals. And then you've got Szoboszlai, who can chip in with 10 goals from the midfield, which we haven't had that luxurious midfielder in the time that Salah's been at the club. What I'm saying to you is that the goals can be replaced, maybe not through one player, but through multiple. And that's why I think people in the chat who are saying, listen, if you get 150 million, you've got to be logical. I think they're right. I think you're shooting yourself in the foot if you're turning down 150 million for a player who's that age. But then you're going to get like a bunch of Salah merchants in the comments. So let me just address these divvies. Boys, we don't want Mo Salah to go. In an ideal world, it's great if Salah stays. And if there's no Saudi, then why let Salah go? But you do have to replace him eventually. And why replace him with no funds included in the space of 12 months, when 12 months prior, you can just accept 150 million and begin this new rebuild, which you've got to do anyway. And when you think about a stint at a club, it's very rare for a player to spend like more than 10 years at a football club, especially if they're not homegrown. So it might not be necessary. You can say what is Salah before joining Liverpool, but in my opinion, nobody expected the levels of Salah does that mean, the levels of Salah, does that mean we will strike twice? Think about our Suarez replacement. It was Ricky Lambert. You're right. No, you're right. But then also think about our Klein replacement. It was Trent who came from the academy, and he done great. And you know, he had basic ability, but then he came in and done fantastic. The question isn't can we hit lightning twice? The question is, do we have enough faith in Jurgen Klopp to bring in, the transfer committee and Jurgen Klopp to bring in a good enough player that Klopp can then create even more chances for? Does that make sense? Because that's how Salah improved. It was simply because of the system and a better team. Roma, when he was at Roma, they were more defensive, sitting back. He could score goals, but he never had the quality players around him, whereas at Liverpool, you get those quality players around you. Personally, my prime replacements as of now for Mo would be somebody like Bakayoko, so the guy from PSV. Okay. Kubo or even Neto. The only reason why I don't take Neto is because of injuries, chat. That's literally the only reason why I don't like the idea of Neto. Injuries. He's got injury problems. Stylistically, I would love Neto. He'd be quality. He'd be a quality player for any top club. There's a good chance the Middle East will be a glass car park within the next fortnight. Salah might have to stay if them longer. Yeah, I just don't. Do you know what, lads? I appreciate you've got your own things as well. I'm not educated enough to read out comments like that, and I'm not willing to make the stream political. It's a footballing stream and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I should have saw where that comment was going, to be fair. I do also want to say I pray for the good people of both Palestine and Israel, mate. The innocent people there, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who wouldn't have asked for this, and I pray for those people massively. So I don't want you to think I'm avoiding it. I'm simply admitting I'm not educated enough to even dive into that. So I'm just not willing to read out comments like that. But so yeah, that's all. Just try and avoid politics if possible, my guy. But yeah, absolutely pray for these people. Pray for these people because they need those prayers. Has James talked about the young player yet, chat? If so, what player? No, I haven't. That's a great little segue. Thank you, sir. So, the young player that we've been linked to, as I share my screen. And by the way, I'm sorry if I upset anyone by bringing that comment up. It's just not my channel, mate. You know what I mean? It's not what I do, but I do pray for the good people at both sides. I'm not trying to like put the topic to the side or whatever have you. But anyway, Liverpool are monitoring. This is the player. Liverpool are monitoring Assan Ouédraogo. His release clause is around 12 to 15 million for Bayern and around 20 million for foreign clubs. What? Wait there. That's according to Pletty Goal. But yeah, I don't even know who he is, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there we go. Is he really good? Let's see if someone answers this question. He's amazing. He's amazing. 29 likes, though. So, yeah, let me like that as well. He's decent. Okay, so we're getting some. I wish there was a bit more of an expansion on why he's good. Yeah, there we go. He's 17 years of age. Won't really make an impact until 2027. Would love us to sign him, though. So one thing that this player seems to be is a more futuristic signing. Is futuristic a word? Future. Oh, James, stop trying to use big words, you fucking dickhead. Futuristic. What a tit. Who says words like futuristic? You know, when you try and get a bit fancy. I'm like the Neymar of football on YouTube. You just do a little bit too much at times. And that Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz of YouTube do a bit too much at times. It is a word. That is amazing. I have just absolutely bottled a word that actually exists. That is fantastic. Wait there. Oh, but it doesn't mean what I thought it meant. So I used it in the wrong context. I need to go to my spelling bees, mate. But yeah, he's 17 years of age. I still haven't even seen what position he plays in, but I always love Liverpool going out and getting future talents. I really, really do. Is he a centre-back? Okay. So he must be a centre-back if you're saying Matip 2.0. We need to go out there and keep on top of these young talents. Like, do you know who I think was one of our greatest piece of businesses in recent time? And you guys are going to raise so many eyebrows at me. Smash a like before I say this, but Fabio Carvalho, hear me out before he's all start fuming. We brought him for like 4 to 5 million. He's young. He's like still 20 years of age. And here's the two outcomes at Leipzig. One, either he does well enough to a point where his value increases, or he comes back and we've got ourselves a nice talent back in the team. It's one or the other. But I think there is a guarantee there with Fabio Carvalho that at some point, his value gets to at least 20, 30 million. I think that's a guarantee. So irregardless whether he becomes good enough for us or whether, you know, because people were saying he was going to be the next Coutinho, he's probably not going to become that. But let's say if he did, great. That's one good outcome. If he doesn't, then you're getting 20 to 30 million anyway, which is profitable. So when you're linked with a kid like this dude, I think that's you've got to always look at the future. You've always got to look at the next best thing. You've always got to try and have that player in the academy who can come in and step in the team, or they can be profitable for future transfer windows. That's what I think this guy could be. So for those who know anything about this player, give me some information, fam. Give me some information because I need to. No, you are so correct. Fabio was a class signing. Bro, innit? Like, Fabio can be. It's good either way it works out. And let's say I know that Xavi Simons is like kind of taking any opportunity of Fabio Carvalho playing. Plus, they've got like Olmo in the position that Carvalho plays as well. So there's not much game time there for him. But I do think, you know, for the years that we've got Carvalho on a contract, by the time that contract ends, whether we extend it or not, his value will be significantly higher than what we've seen now. The Fabio Carvalho loan was pointless there, playing him less than us. Yeah, no, I know. It could be a year wasted from how you're seeing it. I think it was a good move until they got Xavi Simons, because it happened quite early on in the window, didn't it, chat? So I think until they got Xavi Simons, that was when it got a little bit complicated. Either we get a payday and a half, mate, or we get a player that can be a starter in the future, do great things, win-win situation. No, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, and Copite, you've just simplified it in a short sentence. That was a perfect way to conduct it, yeah, for sure. Sorry about that, James. Girls shouting on my road, and look to what's happening. Sorry about that, James. Heard girls shouting on my road, and look what's happening. You'll never walk alone. You interest me with some of the comments that you put, because I have no idea what you're on about. You're my guy, though. You're my guy. But I have no idea what you're on about there. I love him, you know. He says random shit. I don't even know if it's a he or a she, whoever it is. He just says the most random shit at times. It's hilarious. He's a midfielder, not a defender. Thank you for clarifying. He's got a 5-star potential on Football Manager. He's right, Slam. Football Manager, mate. Should we love that? If that means anything, that could be a good prospect. Lowest risk, high reward. I'm not going to lie. 12 to 15 million for a player of that or like that is crazy. Do you know what's so interesting about that article? Bayern Munich have got that league by the balls, mate. Like, everyone else has got to be 12 million. Sorry, everyone else is a 20 million buyout clause, 20 million euros. For Bayern Munich, it's 12 to 15 million. How the fuck? Bayern Munich literally get bargains in their own league. Can you imagine if this was the Premier League? That's funny, you know. What if we kept Salah and started Ben Doak a bit more often? A bit more often. So by the time Salah leaves, he could possibly challenge and be a starting 11. So you're saying give Doak enough time to then hopefully to a point where he's established by the time he leaves. That could be a great shout. Honestly, that could be a fantastic shout. And I like the future that Ben Doak seems to have. I think he's going to be a quality player. There was a point in time where Salah didn't have end product. So if you were to judge Ben Doak and Mo Salah, you know, I'd argue there's signs of Ben Doak showing things that's better than what Salah was at that age. Attacking players, getting past players. That's something that Doak thrives on. Now it's just about the output. And Salah didn't increase the output until he started going to Italy and whatnot. At Chelsea, he never really got provided that opportunity, though. So let's see what Doak does with an opportunity, and then we can have those conversations. Because, and I know you're not saying this, but it would be too soon to assume that he'd be good enough. But based on his attributes, me gusta. I know a little bit about Assan, and he was one of the keys this year by winning Germany the Euro under-17, stylistically similar to Pogba. Check out a scout report of him. Do you know what I'm going to have to do? Might have to be a little compilation. Chatty is up for a compilation. Thank you for the super chat as well, my brother. And chat, I can't thank everyone enough who financially supports the stream, because without you guys, I'd have no chance. Jeez, I'm live. I am live. I've just seen me on recommended stream. That's sick. Right, so let me type in. What's his name? Assan Ouédraogo. Right, let's watch a little mini highlight thing right there. Are you sick of adverts popping up on your YouTube when you're trying to watch a football compilation? Are you sick of it, man? Right, let me remove 1 sec, chat. We're gonna watch a little comp back to the summer transfer window days. So if we do get this player, then this is the player that we're gonna get. Now it's always a compilation, so you've always got to be skeptical, but still. Now I think my own. Let me mute that, just in case the music's copyright. Can't risk it, you know what I mean, mate? We're not going to watch too long as well, because you've always got to be cautious. No, I know. It's because it's on YouTube anyway, so it shouldn't be copyrighted. It shouldn't be copyrighted because it's on YouTube anyway. We're going to watch about a minute of it. I hear what you're saying, though. Be careful. I know what he's mean. I think, actually, do you know, if I do this will work better. It's a smaller screen, so YouTube doesn't pick it up as much. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at him. So people are saying he's like a young Paul Pogba, but we've got Gravenberch. Gravenberch is like a young Paul Pogba now, but this could be the guy to replace. Our midfield's so young, we don't even need one. He's got nice dribbling, nice balance as well. Seems to have a goal in him. So is he more of an attacking midfielder? Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think that sounds. I think that I'd like a player like that. Woo! And also, I don't know if I'm getting copyrighted by youth games. The Bundesliga too got to sort me out. Actually, Sané is coming to Manchester United, which with your Sir Jim Radcliffe money. Come on. Do you know what? The small sample size, what I'm seeing, you can kind of see he's an offensive player. He's looking to beat players. He's looking to carry the ball forward. Stylistically, he's absolutely what we're looking for, which supports what this gentleman, Shabazz, was saying. Stylistically similar to Pogba, and you know, stylistically, that would suit our team based on what we're looking for right now. Sané is no way going to... YouTube is going to whack you, bro. No, they shouldn't whack me. We should be fine. We should be fine. Right, that was enough of the young 17-year-old compilation. Chat, let's just finish this stream with like Q&A, like a Q&A if you just want to ask me any questions. It doesn't have to be like about life. It can be football-related questions. We'll try and keep it on the football and topics. But yeah, I think we maximised the Sané talk. We delved into would he be a good enough replacement for Salah at the start of the stream, and then we've just had a little look at this potential prospect that we could be getting as well. Before that, I do answer any of your questions. Let me let you know. Let me let you know of the schedule tomorrow. So the schedule tomorrow at 12 p.m, so noon, I'm going to be live doing another Hammer Sports. So you're going to see me live tomorrow for another Hammer Sports. At 4 p.m. tomorrow, this is all UK time. 4 p.m. tomorrow, it's going to be me, Hussam, and Tom back with our show. Week-to-week basis, we're going to be doing it. And then at 6 p.m, I'm going to be getting a Manchester City fan, Daps, and then Manchester United fan, Traps, the Daps and Traps show. Another weekly show coming to you on James Redmond TV. What's beautiful as well, chat, a big announcement that I'm going to give you before we do answer your questions. We have got 5 new shows confirmed every week for James Redmond TV. Hussam and Tom, possibly Monts, depending on his availability week to week. That's going to be every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Lock it in. Daps and Traps, so that's going to be the Manchester City, Manchester United show. That's going to be Tuesday every week at 6 p.m. So right after the Monts and Hussam stream. Wednesday, every week, you are going to be seeing James versus Ranson Bant right here on James Redmond TV, going back and forth, where we pretty much cook each other. That's going to be every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Also on Wednesday, but this time at 5 p.m, we're going to have Arsenal fan Premsy and Chelsea fan Gunny. These are 2 people who have, been on huge platforms. I know Premsy and Gunny have done work with the likes of Troops and whatnot. Very charismatic dudes. You'll like them a lot. And then on Thursday, 5 p.m, we've got Mr. Controversy himself, Lee Gunny. Don't say that's not box office entertainment. And we're also cooking up 2 more shows. We're cooking up 2 more shows to bring to you on a weekly basis on JRTV. So don't worry, Hammer Sports is still going to be here and still going to be a thing. But now there's going to be some big boy collaborations where we're going to start talking about some footy as well as Liverpool. You know what I mean, chat? It's going to be amazing. No streams with Tom, with the girl. What's her name? That was a fun stream. Ruby, I've asked Ruby to do a show. You're right. That was a very fun show. The All Scout show. That was fun. Yeah, that's very possible. I'm actually in talks with Ruby right now as we speak, negotiating on a weekly show. So that'll be quality. Thoughts on Boubacar Kamara from Villa? I was looking into him a lot throughout the summer. He wasn't someone who I wanted, but I am a fan of him as a player. I do think he's decent. But do you know what? With our current circumstances, he probably would improve us if you were looking for that out-and-out CDM. But I just don't think stylistically he's what we're looking for. But for Aston Villa, absolutely quality. I can see he is cooking. Yeah, chat, did you think that I just went away for 6 days and done nothing? Come on. I was always going to make sure that I was going to cook a few shows. I can't wait for that show with Rants every Wednesday. That's going to be belter. The Hussam and Tom show, that's always, an A-star show. The ones with Lee Gunner on Thursday interest me because we know what that gentleman, he comes out with some great show. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a great fan. People disagree with him, but I love people like that, though. You know what I mean? I love people who are thought-provoking, got a different opinion. That's what you want on this scene. Do smash a like, chat. There's some big shows, some big announcements. Be incredible. Bayern would not sell Sané even for 100 million. You know what? Maybe you're right. And it did say on the report that is, we would have to break our transfer record for him if we was to go and get him, for sure. Klopp extension or new manager? For me, Klopp stays. Until I see multiple seasons of Jurgen Klopp, performing under the level that is required. Let's say if he starts upsetting the cart a little bit and he starts, disrupting, because there's managers who can sometimes be a little bit too on with the players and then the players disconnect with the manager. I think Klopp is the complete opposite. I think, the ethos around the club is built around that man. The things that he implements are so effective for us winning trophies, and might not have won as much as we would have wanted to, but he's the most dominant manager that we've ever had based on win percentage. Not ever, but at least in the Premier League era. We're going off topic here. But do you see Everton being relegated this year? Would be kind of sad to not be able to see them lose every week next year. No, I would say I'd love them to get relegated. It'd be fun. They've been in the Premier League for long enough, and sometimes the joke doesn't become funny no more. Like Everton have lost that much in recent times to where it's not really that funny no more. So who cares, you know? But no, I don't think they'll get relegated. Reason being, I think they're playing better football this year than last year. And also do know later on this week, we will have an Everton preview. There'll be a solo preview where we do the lineup prediction. That'll be on Thursday. And then we're going to have an opposition preview with my mate. He's called Josh, Everton fan. That'll be quality. Scouser. Be a fun show. I pray for Klopp extending a contract. Whenever I look at him, I feel relief and confidence about the future. No, 100%. I mean, you know, who are you going to trust more than that man right there with a project? And when you see the project that we're building at the moment, it's genuinely unbelievable. And, you know, the way the players speak about him, the way Gravenberch just spoke about him, Szoboszlai, it's nothing but good things. And, you know, if you have a bad performance, the manager who's going to pick you up out of that clunk of bad form is Jurgen Klopp. You know, you don't tend to notice players going through long, terrible spells at Liverpool, and it seems to be because of the way Jurgen Klopp manages them. You can question his in-game tactics and stuff, but he's so much of a well-rounded manager. That's what you need. Sané won't join Liverpool. No, I agree. I don't think he'll end up joining. Question: do I have elite ball knowledge, or do I have a elite ball knowledge? Did it cut off at the end? Because I think I'm going to choose option C, which is limited ball knowledge. But listen, it's A for effort, though, Sam. You know what I mean? I'm messing. Sam has elite ball knowledge. He's the guy. Not elite boxing knowledge, because you said that. Hey, Sam, you cooked, though. Hey, do you know your comment on Twitter had actually cooked, you know? Like, you got, like, 20 likes or something. You cooked on that. I was like, shit, is Sam going to ratio me? But nah, KSI never won that fight, bro. I'm just saying. We will go down the shitter like I wouldn't believe when he leaves. I know, with these owners, that's what I've always said. Like, FSG without Jurgen Klopp is a very, very troubled thing to think about. So I'd rather not think about it. But I've tried to warn people. Rival fans will celebrate the day Jurgen leaves LFC. They should say it all. Nah, exactly. Bang on. They only try and shit on him to get at Liverpool fans' nerves, but they know deep down Jurgen Klopp's quality. The poor gaffer looks about 4 centuries older from all the Premier League pressure. Give him a break, I beg. He'll hit the deck soon if we keep him longer. Oh, come on. Who are you to decide that? Let him hit the hay when he wants to hit the hay. You know what I mean? I think Klopp looks happy. I think this season he's got like a big new lease of energy. Where I was really concerned about Jurgen Klopp was during the COVID season. Because during the COVID season, he was genuinely like, he's doing this. I've got a wonky jaw as well, so I can do it quite well, look. Every game he was there. Nah, but that's just a wonky jaw joke, because I've got a wonky jaw. But no, I felt really bad for him. His mother passed away that year, which was just devastating. Alisson's dad passed away as well, so he's there controlling and managing the squad, and you know, it was a proper horrible time. And that was around the time where I was like, do you know when you kind of want to pull someone else, you want to pull them out yourself? I never wanted Jurgen Klopp sacked, not even once. But I just saw the stress that those games, like when we lost 6 games at Anfield in a row, you know, bro, it was so bad. No, it was so bad. Like, if you thought last season was bad, because we even ended up getting third that season in the COVID year, so it ended better than last year. But I'm telling you now, that COVID season was, based on feeling and emotion and how much it drained you, was the worst, because the world was going through shit. There was no fans in the stadium. Klopp was just looking more depressed by the week. And the majority of his aging happened in that time. So, yeah, but based on now, I think Jurgen Klopp looks happier now. I think this season he looks rejuvenated. When he speaks about the squad and the project, he sounds dead excited. And I think this new project is opening the possibility of him possibly getting a contract extension by the time or prior to 2026. That'd be incredible for me. I'd love him to stay. Liverpool has Luis Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, Jota, and Benzo. There is no need buying players for this position. Yeah, no. I mean, if Salah goes, then you probably have to go and replace him. But I understand we've got good depth. Klopp smiling like a psycho every. I love that man, you know. He's not asked. Like, because think about it, if he watched himself back on games, you'd try and keep that jaw in place, wouldn't you? If you wanted to make yourself look sexy, you try and keep it in place. He's not asked. That's what I love about Jurgen Klopp. Public perception does not fear that man at all. Sorry, he does not fear public perception. Public perception fears Jurgen Klopp. That's why the media always attack him constantly. Relax, Klopp isn't going nowhere. He will stay on beyond his current contract. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he'll stay beyond his current contract as well. Alonso for Klopp. I need to see more of a sample size from Alonso, but I think he's built the foundations and has got the base to be a world-class manager. So, no, I am a fan of Alonso as well. The drop-off when Klopp leaves doesn't matter who replaces him. We will sink right down. You need to hope not. You know what I mean? I don't know how the recruitment's going to work, and the only thing you've kind of got to pray for is if Klopp can get us back to the top prior to him leave. Say if he leaves in 2026, but we're competing for the league year in, year out, and we've got a world-class team. The difference between, when Klopp took over from Brendan Rodgers is our squad was damaged. We finished second the year before Klopp joined, but we did. No, yeah, we did. We finished second before the year Klopp joined. No, wait, was it? It was 15-16 when he joined. Sorry, it was a whole year after. Yeah, we done shit the year before Klopp joined, but we'd also lost players like Luis Suarez. Sturridge was injured. All these things were happening at once, and Klopp took over a really, really poor Liverpool team. He took over Liverpool when we had Ricky Lambert. Was it? No, that was 14-15. I'm putting years together now. I'm losing track of my time. But I'm basically leading to the fact we didn't have an amazing squad, and it took him time to rebuild it. But if he can give another manager a great squad, we just now need to hope that manager can keep it going. That's the main hope there. That's the main hope. Trust me, that's a promise from Scholar and a gent. Big up to Robin. Klopp is the only person for Liverpool, thank God, that we have him. I agree. You don't know the future like me, saying when I'm older, I'm going to be a millionaire. Fair play. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. That was a good one. I enjoyed that stream a lot. A lot of fun, and I've been just slowly getting back into YouTube today. And is it just today that I've been back? It's just today that I've been back, isn't it? So loads of content for you to watch. We've done a stream earlier at 12. That was a good one. Going through a few different, basically an international roundup. This stream was about a couple of transfer links, and then I was on Rance's channel just before this one. So if you want to go and check that out, I'd massively encourage you to do so. But before I do leave, I love every single one of you to pieces, mate. Can't thank you enough for the support that you're showing. Listen, chat, there's times where I want to get better at this, you know what I mean? But you guys give me the fire to keep going with this and, to keep building the community here. It's amazing. So I thank you all massively for all the support financially, likes, comments, all that stuff. Channel runs off you guys. So thank you. But anyway, have a lovely night. And I'll see you tomorrow at 12, okay? In fact, before I go, I'll remind you of the schedule tomorrow so you can keep an eye out on the channel because I'm terrible when it comes to actually setting up the streams. So tomorrow, we have got a day of 12 p.m. So noon. We've got Hammer Sports, so just another live stream like this. Then at 4 p.m, we've got Hussam and Tom coming on the channel. And then at 6 p.m, we've got Daps and Traps, who's a City and United fan. So that'll be a City United show if you do want to tune in. Just basically talking about the situations at their club. So that'll be a great chance to even talk about the ownership at Manchester United. And then on Wednesday, we've got Rants on the channel as well. So appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good time. See you soon.